Not your average tabletop. Woohoo!
Welcome to Not Your Average Tabletop. I'm Zach,
And I'm Pepper.
and today we're back with another episode of Take My Money, where we look at some current crowdfunding projects related to board games and let you know kind of our initial thoughts on them, or if we have any interest in backing them. Uh, but yeah, mostly just our initial thoughts, not necessarily. There's maybe some that we've dug into further than others,
We did
maybe
a
know a little
deep
bit more
dive.
about,
We are
but
going to thoroughly teach every one of these games.
yes, for sure we are. But yeah, in the comments below, let us know what you're currently looking at potentially backing, what you're waiting on to arrive, if you've had any recent Kickstarters arrive. Speaking of waiting on Kickstarters to arrive, uh, we jump right into probably one of the bigger ones of the week. It actually, I think, just dropped today when we're filming this. We're filming this a couple days before we release it. Um, so we'll see where it's at when we drop this Friday. But currently, it's at already a 500,000 with 5,000 backers, just about 20 days to go. So this one's got potential for being a pretty big one. And this is DC Superheroes United from CMON, which is kind of in the Marvel United world, if you've played that. And that was the one I was referring to and waiting for it to arrive or come. I guess I don't even know if it's totally shipped yet or not, but
Oh, yep.
we're waiting for kind of their last Kickstarter they did in this universe world. So they're already coming out with new stuff. We haven't even had a chance to do the old stuff yet.
Dang it. This one, I mean, well, first off, the price point, that's what shows up here. So $65 for the base game, which will get you a bunch of different superheroes, which will show once we get to that point. Or you can go to a $100 pledge, which introduces this Teen Titans expansion, which has a giant miniature, it looks like. Pretty cool. As well as additional heroes and villains. And I believe that's all that they have so far. But they're unlocking stretch goals and additional characters as it goes along. I just recently got into the DC movies, binged them all to get ready for The Flash last year. And I like the core set of characters. I don't know nearly as many as I do with Marvel, but this core box here, I mean, Superman, Wonder Woman, The Flash, Batman, I'm a big fan of all of those. So I think the core box is a must-have, just for the combining of Batman and Iron Man, Captain America, Superman. It's a must-have.
Yeah, I would say I don't. I have not really watched many of the DC movies. Uh, I'm not totally opposed to the characters, but at the same time, I know getting a lot of content. I don't know that I necessarily back this, but yes,
Yeah.
I think later on I could see getting definitely the core box once it hits retail, because I'm sure it will
Yeah.
be. I'm sure they will have it, and I'm sure it will be much cheaper.
Yes, because 65, that's why I was like, okay, come on. All the sets, I think, are pretty available and usually pretty well priced. I think we got the base game for like under $15 on Amazon at one point, Marvel United.
Mhm.
Maybe they,
Granted, that was a little bit after I think it had
yeah,
kind of come, and I might have already had like a couple expansions or something at that point. But still,
yeah,
yeah, we were able to get it
yeah,
for
yeah,
quite a bit cheaper than 65. Not saying maybe this set will be more, but
yeah. It might have more stuff.
probably cheaper than 65, I would
Yeah, I
think.
would think so. So I think I'm gonna wait. It's gonna be about 10 years anyway, until this comes out. So may as
Yeah, I
well
think it
wait.
said, I think, was it this one said August 2025? But I'm pretty sure, I don't remember what their last one was, but still waiting on that one. I'm pretty sure that one's late by, I feel like it has to have been like half a year by now, right?
Oh,
Could be
yeah,
totally
probably.
wrong.
I
Maybe I'm
haven't been too into it,
misrepresenting that.
but it's been a while.
It has
Um,
been a while.
as well as Cthulhu, Death May Die. That stuff's been a while too. I love these
So,
games. I want the new content.
right. So just note that going in that these could potentially, maybe they'll show up by then, but uh, the two that we currently have backed are still outstanding. So
Yes.
something to note. But yeah, I'm sure by the end of this, yeah, they'll unlock all these additional characters and stuff. So if you want all the stretch goal stuff, probably going to have to back it here. I don't know that you're going to be able to get some of these outside of doing it here. And then I think at that point, if you're going to get the stretch goal box, do you need to back at the 100 level, or
Oh,
does that
I
come with the
think
65
so.
level?
The what ones? Oh, the
To get the
extra
stretch goal
stretch
box.
goals. It includes them in the 65. All unlocked
Okay.
stretch goals.
Okay, so then maybe it's not as bad then.
But later
because-
on, if you don't do it in this campaign, in a future campaign,
Right.
which I assume they'll usually have like maybe $100 add-on for the stretch goals from the previous campaign. So
Right.
easier to just get them here. So
Yeah.
maybe.
And note they will probably, at least what they've done before for many of their campaigns, they will be like, oh, and now there's this box that you can add on.
Yeah.
Oh, and now there's this box you can add on. And by the end of it, you're spending about $300, $400, $500.
Yes.
So this is early on in the stages, so I'm sure there's going to be a lot more that they're going to reveal.
Yeah. Yeah.
So this is one of those where I guess you just have to kind of keep checking back, or else just check it more towards the end of the campaign.
Yeah. Yep. Looks like shipping's going to be $20 as well. And
Which seems like it's a little bit cheaper than it
Yeah.
has been for them.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Yeah. Looking
I think that
forward
was a
to
complaint. It's been a complaint for a lot of theirs. So I wonder if they did it cheaper. Maybe not. Maybe that's the same amount.
But then they had to bump the core pledge up to
Right.
$65.
They're gonna finagle it one way or another. But yeah, that one sure will eventually maybe get the core box in 2026, 27. Who knows?
Yes.
By then maybe we'll have our Marvel United.
It's a race. And I don't know how these games, how have Thunderworks games shipped in the past? Quick, slow, what is it?
I'm trying to remember. I got Stone Spine Architects, and I can't remember. I was pretty close. They might have even been early. They were either earlier, or kind of right there. I mean, it was pretty close to the right timeline, I think. And I've also backed Cartographers, kind of big box or whatever from them.
Yep.
I think that one was early. So I think they've done a pretty good job. I could be remembering that wrong, but I definitely do not remember having to wait. So it was either early or right about on time, exactly.
Okay, so a little more optimism for this timeline, whatever it is Emerald Skulls. So we're back in the world of Ulos. Role player universe, all those games. There's too many to name now. And this has got 1,200 backers 2 weeks ago and $70,000. This one's kind of a push your luck dice roller. It's right there. I was like, okay, those look like cool dice. It's in that universe of solid games, and it's push your luck. Oh, this is gonna be a good one.
Yeah, the second I heard that name and like just saw the dice, I'm like, oh, I really want this game, because it could have just as easily been named Green Dice, but they called it Emerald Skulls instead, which is much more appealing. Yeah, I always tend to like Thunderworks games. They do a great job, great production. I don't know if I've been disappointed by any of their games yet that I've played.
Yeah, I don't think I have either. We haven't played. I think they had one that's better at like a higher player count.
Dawn of
that
Ulos.
was. Yeah, we did not play that one. Probably not our style. The ones we did, I think you've enjoyed them all because you enjoyed Stone Spine, correct?
Yep, that one's really good. I can't remember. I can't even remember if I got Goblin Vaults yet or not. But that's been one on my I've been eyeing, but have not gotten yet. I don't think, unless I did. Now I'm totally forgetting.
Well, you better just get it again.
Yes, but yeah, I really liked the idea of a dice game, but then I was kind of worried. I guess I didn't look too closely at this one. I assume I'm gonna either get it at some point, or else I'll see your excitement because I know you probably like dice games even better than I do. I figured you were going to look at this really closely and figure out exactly how it's played, but I wasn't sure since there's like a betting type piece to the game if this was a good at a lower player count. That was the only concern.
Yeah, I didn't know about that. I forget if this one or if another one mentioned something about being good at player counts. But yeah, I think it says at the top of this one, like good for like up to 8 players, and I got a little worried. But yeah, I didn't look too closely into this one. Sorry to disappoint you without doing my
I
deep
would have
dive.
thought this would be your pick of the week.
It might still be. I don't have. I could just see a beautiful cover and be like, "This is my pick of the week."
That's true.
But yeah, I didn't know about the betting kind of as they're rolling the dice. People are kind of making little bets on outcomes, I believe, on what dice are going to be going in there or whatever it is.
I guess it's similar to craps. I've never played craps, so I don't really know how that's played. But maybe that is fine at any player count. I don't know.
Yeah, it could be. Price point also is very nice at $20. But yeah, I don't know if do I want betting in the push your luck and kind of how is that going to work? So is it one person's rolling and the other
one person's rolling? Yeah.
Okay. So
I guess I don't know if the person rolling is also betting, but yeah, I think everyone is betting when someone's rolling. I guess I don't know if they're also betting or not.
Yeah, that seems cool to just like involve everyone. I don't know if there's going to be that much. Yeah, I guess it depends kind of what you bet, like how much busting there actually is. Push your luck, so there must be bad outcomes. I love Quacks to Quedlinburg, and I don't think any game has been able to capture the push your luck quite as much, other than like Can't Stop or something like that. It's just pure push your luck. Hopefully, this is one that really gets set across, and it's not just a light mechanism within it. But you can go up to $55 if you want some more deluxe components, which looks like it has this big box, which I think can fit the whatever goblin other game that you mentioned, as well as some plastic trays.
I see.
Neoprene mat. I don't believe there's metal in these cogs here, but you can add that on for another $20, which are very nice, very tempting.
To the price of the game.
Yeah, so another game. So you want to buy the game for a friend or do you want to get coins for yourself? You got to make that decision. Oh boy. And a plushie. Are you going to be getting this plushie too?
Wow, calling me out. I might have that if you look at the bottom of the screen here. I may or may not have. I'm surprised this isn't my quote here.
I was going to say.
Because I did say, I think either in the video or whatever, that it was one of the softest plushies I think I've ever felt. It's very good quality. So if you do like the Goblin and you've been wondering about the quality, if it's anything like the Hort Gully there, I think you will be happy with it.
Yes, give Nargash a try. Yeah, I think we'll be getting this one at some point, whether it's through this or through Thunderworks afterwards, some deal of the day on some website. This is one that's definitely on our radar and gonna hopefully, God willing, get played sometime in the future because it's checking a lot of boxes.
Yeah, I'll probably look into this one just a little bit more sometime before the campaign ends to see if it's one to actually back or if it's one to just wait. And usually their games are available after the fact.
Yeah. Shipping's good too.
That's true. So this might be worth it.
But April 2025. So
such a long time to wait.
It is a long time. Oh boy. And on to Brink.
Yes. And this is doing really well. Almost 6,000 backers. 11 days to go, 851,000. So a lot of big projects this week already. Yeah. And this one's coming from Ivy Studios, who tends to have pretty successful campaigns.
Oh, they think there's something, don't they? I just keep seeing, I'm like, oh, there's the guy's super successful campaigns.
Yeah.
Games full of player interaction and voting and things like that. And I'm like, these games look beautiful, but I don't don't like council phases or anything like that. So I just get sad that these games are just probably not for me. But they're great. People love them, and looks like another good one.
Yeah, I guess the most recent one that I know of anyway is Fractured Sky. And I think they just had a campaign for that recently, a reprint of it. Got the chance to actually play that one. I think we've got some content on that, so you can check out that. It's not this game necessarily, but that was also a game I felt like I don't know if I will like this or not, or if it'll be one that's for, a higher player counts and will take a long time. But it actually went pretty smoothly, pretty quickly, quicker than I thought it might. I thought towards the end it might come to a grind, but it really didn't. So it was actually really good. I think Fractured Skies has been one of my surprises of the year for how much I did enjoy it. It was pretty good.
It's good to hear.
But yeah, I don't know. This one sounded a little bit different. Where yeah, like you said, council phase of like possibly like I don't know, making deals and stuff. I don't know. Sometimes that works in games, sometimes it doesn't, and that's where I'm like, it depends how big of an aspect of that is in the game.
Yeah, yeah.
And then obviously for this, they're selling this great looking copy of the game, and it's just really expensive. So I don't know that this is one that I'd probably back, just because it kind of has that tends to be better at higher player counts. I feel.
Yeah. It's got a
And
2-player mode, but it's also like, well, there's had to be a designated mode for 2 players.
right.
So they made something. Hopefully it's good for those that played at that count. But yeah, it's probably for the best. Leave their expensive games, and the less of those that we get drawn into, the better for the bank.
That is true. And to be fair, I don't know if I only played Fracture Skies once, and it was at a 4-player count. So he's good at that. I also don't know if that would have been better at if it would have been good at 2. That one might not have been either. So I think I could be wrong, but I feel like their games tend to be better at the higher player counts. They really like that kind of player interaction.
Yeah.
That's kind of one of the things they thrive on, which is good if you like that style of game. But
yeah. Oh, we've got lots of friends and play games, big group. Yeah, what about us? Us losers.
well, that's why they made the 2-player mode. They're like, for you losers, here's the 2-player mode.
Everything's so shiny. So yeah, 79 bucks for that core pledge. Upgraded to a deluxe edition for 119 bucks, and then a super deluxe edition for 169. Then a super mega deluxe extravaganza deal of $5,000. I'm sure. Nope, it's not there.
Not there anymore.
Yeah, this is going for May
May of 2025.
And where's
I don't remember the timing on, but I think that one. I think Fractured Sky delivered in a pretty good time frame, so probably isn't too bad of a guess.
Yeah.
I can see that happening.
16 bucks, not bad either.
No.
Oh crab. We're on to
Oh crab.
This one, I like the theme. I like the theme. You're crabs, you're running away from a chef, trying to get to the ocean, bumping other crabs into traps.
This kind of reminded me of somewhat of a combination of Thunder Road Vendetta and
Quest
for El Dorado.
Yeah.
Kind of a combination of those two is what it made me think of.
I didn't think of Thunder Road, but yeah, it did. I was thinking, oh, it's like Quest for El Dorado, but there is a little of Thunder Road chaos in there as well.
Yes. But yeah, this got 266. 10 days to go, 13,000. One of the smaller ones. This is what Kickstarter is all about, trying to bring these kind of stranger themes to the world. And yeah, I really like I don't know. There's something about the crabs that's got my attention because I'm like, I don't know that many games that are about crabs.
Yeah,
and it's unfortunate. But yeah, this one, I'm not the biggest fan of Quest for El Dorado. I don't hate it, but it's middle of the road for me.
Yeah.
I feel like this theme actually would make me want to play this one more than that, but I know it's not quite the same game, but
Yeah, it looked pretty
something about it
similar.
seemed
You're
interesting.
playing cards to move try to get to the past the finish line and getting more cards. But yeah, I'm guessing a little more player interaction in this one versus
Yeah,
just possibly blocking a space. Actually, as you can see,
knocking them
bumping other
over.
players. Um, I think that's pretty fitting for the wacky theme. I don't think it's
I
going to be like,
agree.
oh, come on, this is supposed to be a serious game. You have to have this high interaction. I think
Right,
it's
exactly.
going to be awesome. Awesome fun.
I hope so. I hope it's good. I really do.
But yeah, what was the price for this one? This one's going to be about $33 for that game, or you can get an all-in set. Get the adventure pack and shells upgrade pack
Hmm.
for 55. I didn't actually see those shells in here before. Okay, so you got that. Pretty cool maples as well.
Pretty
Course,
cool.
that's cardboard shells, I assume.
And I do like that you're like playing cards down and trying to match the sides to
Oh
get
yeah, matching
bonuses.
them. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I love whenever you can do that with tiles or cards, where if you match the edges, get a little something.
Mhm.
And those extra shells, those look pretty cool. Oh, they're nice. Tempted. Tempted. Shouldn't be. So this is April 2025 as well. And shipping is going to be about maybe $15 as well. So average. Probably
Yeah,
not going to back it, but although then I don't know if we buy it either, so I don't know what opportunity we're going to get to play this game.
I know.
Maybe
Gotta
online
play it.
somewhere. Yield!
You told me this was gonna be the last one when we had the
I
yield.
would have had to drag it all the way over there,
Oh my goodness.
but I ended up not. I mean, DC United is my pick of the week for definitely going to have. But my other, like, I'm surprised their sleeper pick of the week is the last project. So you can just think about that. Uh,
Okay. But yeah, yield battle of Oshra and Artbook. That's made about 50 grand,
yes,
711 backers, 8 days to go. Uh,
is root.
this
So
one
this is
when I first read the title, I thought it was saying yield as in like you're growing crops and getting a yield. So I don't know. I just kind of sort of saw the cover, and for some reason I thought it was like someone farming. And then I look and I'm like, wait, why are
that
they
is very
battling?
aggressive
Why are they
farming.
battling? Why are they battling over the farmland?
You
Who's
never
going to
know.
get the biggest yield?
Oh, we need that
And
game.
then I thought this one ended up looking more interesting than I thought initially. Kind of going across this map, it sounds like, and then like running into people potentially and trying to claim areas. And then you're
Yep,
kind of playing these cards down. I think you need like specific colors depending on where you're battling
yep.
to try
Kind of
to
what color you're in.
gain, right, to gain some attack and stuff. And then eventually you either yield and give it up, or I don't know. I'm assuming you just run out of cards or something if you wanted to spend all of them to try to win. Uh, I just thought that, I don't know. There's something interesting about that. I don't know. Can't tell if gameplay, if it would be as fun or not. And this is another one of those kind of games where you're kind of controlling some area.
Yep.
Not sure at two players if it would be as interesting, but maybe it would be. Sometimes the two-player versions of games can become a little bit, I don't know, more interesting and tactical in
Oh, yeah.
ways of, okay, well, I know what they can do, and that way you're just focused on one person. Sometimes, I don't know, I
Yeah,
could change it, but I don't
that's true.
know for sure because I think you're spending the cards to kind of battle in these areas. So if everyone's running out of cards, I guess I don't know if it's as interesting, but
Yeah, that's true. I think they had the maps. It was specific maps for player counts.
oh, yeah.
So hopefully it should be fitted uh, to be just perfect at each player count. That was a relief for me because any type of battle, any game pretty much, I think
Mhm.
battling games and area control definitely are a little more sensitive. to player count.
Yeah.
But yeah, it looked pretty cool and looked pretty straightforward and kind of easy to look on the map. I don't know. I like the look of the map as you're kind of moving along these paths from spot to spot. Something about that just looked cool to me.
I agree. And it seemed kind of
fun.
simple. It reminds me a little bit. The simplicity kind of makes me think of Unmatched, where that you're kind of moving around. It's pretty simple.
Yeah. But yeah, the Kickstarter edition will be at $71, which is quite a bit. Feels like quite a bit.
Yeah.
With the expansion, bring it up to $97. Throw in a little book there, storybook and art for $125. And shipping is going to be $13 to $17.
Yeah, that's kind of the thing that makes it tough. It's a little high, I think, for what we would get out of the game. I think,
Yeah.
just because we don't play as many at the higher player counts. So if
Yeah.
I'm thinking of this as more of a 2, possibly 3-player game,
Yeah.
I don't know if it's as worth it for after shipping almost $90, $80 to $90.
Yeah,
But
that's true.
I thought it still looked pretty interesting.
Yeah, let's try
This
it
was
on.
one that I would. Yeah, this is one I'd definitely play if I saw it at a convention.
Yeah, it's on Tabletopia, so maybe we'll have to get back on there and give it a shot. Oh boy, Deep Regrets.
I thought this one would maybe be your surprise.
Deep Regrets. I regret to inform you that it is not an unfortunate fishing game. It has a great video. It's got the best video of all of these. Does have that.
Well, it's talking about, right away it's being in Scotland, which is where I will be a day, maybe 2 days, I don't know the timing exactly, after this video drops. So, yeah, that made me interested immediately, even though I don't know that necessarily matters as much in the game. But yeah, this one's doing even better than I thought.
Yeah,
the second that when I heard Deep Regrets and it said a fishing game, I was like immediately interested because I don't know. I just got Conservas, however you pronounce it, which is also kind of a fishing game, and I've really enjoyed it. So I'm like, yeah, I kind of feel in the fishing games right now, and this shows. I mean, 417,000 15,000 goal. I mean, it's pretty good, pretty crazy. 2 weeks to go, 7,000 backers.
That is great. I think the most
so the most far. Backers.
I think one was at like 6,000. So he's got 49.
Which I probably wouldn't have guessed. I mean, by the end of these campaigns, I'm sure DC United will have more.
6,000. Yeah.
But I mean,
yeah, that's pretty crazy. Fishing is what it's all about. They did Wingspan. You were telling them go to Finspan Fish for the next version.
It would have printed at least $50 million.
We'll go
to go to Dragons. Jeez, Dragons. That didn't print any money. Yeah, and then I don't know. When I was watching it, as much as I might not be the biggest fan of the artwork, I don't know. Yeah, I think I have to be in the mood for the artwork to work for me. But it's also not the worst artwork in the world. Just probably not my favorite. But otherwise, I was like, something kind of interesting about catching these different fish and having to isn't it like potentially like eating the fish for bonuses or else keeping them to sell them and stuff. And I just was like, I don't know. There's something interesting about it. It's probably, I don't know. Maybe this isn't our style of game, but it just seemed interesting for being kind of artwork that I didn't really necessarily love. I was like, the fact that I'm interested in it still, I don't know. Then you're kind of mounting your trophies and stuff and getting more or madness anyway. And this is my probably dark horse sleeper pick of the week. Honestly, I don't know. You probably weren't as interested in it, but this is one I would actually consider backing. I guess I don't know if this company's done other games and if they're easily available, but
let's see.
I suppose if it's got 7,000 backers, it's got a little bit of a.
They have done Hideous Abomination.
I guess I don't know those ones.
Did not know.
Yeah, I don't know. I might have to look at this one a little bit more.
Yeah, yeah. It looks like a good game. A good. I was gonna say what Kickstarter's made for. It's kind of got that feel. It feels like
Yeah,
a
it kind of does. That's true.
unique passion project kind of game.
It is very like strong art for
Yeah,
like maybe if you're imagining that's your imagined world. I don't know that everyone's going to love it, but
yeah, yeah,
yeah, that,
yeah. It
that would
stands out
make it
for sure.
for what Kickstarter is about. You're trying to do this thing that may not appeal to the masses, but
Yeah,
it's showing up. I mean, that's a lot of backers
it is. It is.
for a game I
Shipping.
honestly have not heard that much about.
Yeah, I haven't heard anyone mention it actually.
Like Ivy Studios, I feel like on YouTube I see one of their ads about every 5 minutes talking about Brink.
Just on random channels, I'm like, how is this connected to board games at all?
And Simon's the biggest company in board gaming, potentially, or one of the biggest.
This is
So, I
tough.
mean, it's keeping up with them. That's pretty impressive.
Yeah, $52. It looks like just kind of one base pledge.
That's
Of
awesome,
it.
too.
Yeah, yeah. This is looking like this is a good sleeper pick. It's a good sleeper pick.
Pepper's like, this is the last thing I'd pick. I'm just going to pretend.
Get out of here! Get out of here! Yeah, I gotta play Conservas as well to get into these fishing games. Let's go fishing. Oh boy, a little more nature themed game because that last one
Here
was
we go. We
definitely
got our
nature.
nature theme of the week.
Yes, peaks. I mean, I love they got that mountain and that A there. You got to do it. I love putting cool things into these letters, but don't try too hard, like Nova Roma did.
Wow. 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 Wow.
This one, perfect. 1,700 backers, 128,000 over 2 weeks to go. You're climbing mountains. You're climbing all the different mountains, going around the world, trying to put your flag in the most locations or the most valuable locations, whatever it is. Feels like a lot of visit this location, fulfill this order type of
Mhm.
games. But it looks like another good one. It's got a good look to it. I don't know if that map is my favorite of all the map boards that I've seen.
Yeah, for some reason, to me,
But
it's
it's
looking almost like, I don't know, it's looking like a 3D map sort of thing,
yeah,
but I don't think
that's
it
the
actually is.
shadows and stuff.
Yeah.
Now that would be cool. Overproduced, but
The
cool.
$150 Kickstarter version.
You get an actual globe. Ooh, that could be good. We got some dice, some good, unique climbers, not just colors, but shapes as well. It's awesome. As well as the flags that you put there. All those unique in color and shape. They're
Mhm.
earning a lot of respect points from here. This is good stuff. This is good stuff. But gameplay wise, I don't know if it's gonna feel all that unique. I
Yeah,
still
I think
gotta
it's
I still gotta try. I think Trekking the World I haven't tried yet. And every one of these games kind of makes me think of that. So I gotta try that one first and then move on to more.
yeah, that's the tough thing is just these traveling around the world and fulfilling different contracts essentially in different ways. You kind of just end up feeling like the same kind of thing. It's like, oh, I'm going to travel over there and I've got to fulfill that in that location. This one's a little cool. You're putting out your flag. I think that's kind of cool.
This man
But
wanted a
it
fishing
just,
pole and they just gave him a staff. He wanted deep regret. And they gave him peeps.
he's going to have to go to a different game. But yeah, I'm not saying that this one isn't special in some way or different than the others. It definitely could be. But yeah, like you said, it makes me think of a lot of these other games and seems like they usually all end up being pretty solid. It's just usually not like next level necessarily.
Yeah, yeah,
Something
that's true.
that'll stand out.
Yeah, I
But
did
this one
like
maybe could be.
this. How they kind of cards were sliding up or whatever,
Mhm.
or maybe they weren't sliding up. Maybe it's just moving because it's not actually coming through the top there. Kind of upgrading things. That's just a gimmick. It makes me look like Aquatica, which I like that gimmick of slotting in cards. But Yeah, a lot of similar stuff. The end state of the board looks really cool.
Looks
It
pretty
looks
good.
like a conquering the world type of game, which is not really thematically what's going on here, but
Right.
it's actually very teamwork. I think you can kind of tag along and move with
Oh
players
yeah.
as they move, which that's cool too.
Mhm.
That little mechanic, I don't see that often. And the price is going to be $49, or get upgraded components for $69, or even more with a neoprene mat and a dice tray and some more things for $89. Going for May 2025, and the shipping is another 20
$20.
bucks.
Yeah, it's getting up there, but I feel like all the ones on Kickstarter and GameFound that come up that kind of remind me of this are right around the same price point. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh boy. On to another game found project. Something we covered just like 2 weeks ago, it feels like. Um, 20 Strong from Chip Theory Games. They've got more coming in the 20 Strong franchise, and this is 20 Strong Tanglewoods, which,
Yes.
yeah, I believe introduces. So I think it's got like a little red character. Um, what is it, Goldilocks then, or Tangled, or someone? I don't know. I didn't actually look at the
Who
characters.
knows? Yeah,
Characters like that. I know Little Red.
yeah. I guess I don't really. So I do own kind of the initial 20 strong kind of pack, and then I think I came with
You do?
Sentinels, and then I got Too Many Bones.
Okay. Okay.
But I have not played it yet, so I still have to play it. So until I play it, obviously, I don't know whether or not I'd back this because I don't know if I like it or not. But
Yeah.
yeah, these look cool. They got cool artwork. I think they're from, is it Manny Tremblay? I think he
Okay.
did the artwork for Dice Throne and stuff as well.
Yep.
He does the art, right? Or is
Yeah, I
he the
think so. Yep,
designer?
I
Or is
saw
he
his
both?
name up there. Or he did
I don't remember.
art from Manny Tremblay. Yes.
Okay. But yeah,
Yeah.
442,000. So this is doing well. Like most Chip Theory games, got a lot of backers. Yeah, this looks interesting. I think did this one got nominated for a solo game
I
for Dice
believe
Tower
so.
Awards.
I
So
believe
let's
so.
see if it ends up winning that and see if I agree once I play it.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I really like the dice in this game, and Chip Theory games tend to be kind of, I don't know, a little bit bigger, a little bit kind of like difficult for us to get to the table because they tend to be kind of games you probably need to play a lot and a lot. And my hope was that these would be ones that I could, uh, play kind of smaller versions in the worlds of these
Mm.
different games that they have and actually be, approachable enough to actually get it to the table. But obviously, I've not gotten it to the table yet, so we'll see if that is the case or not once I play it. But yeah, I think this one looks like the others. I guess I still don't fully know how they play and
Yeah.
stuff, but I think I was just kind of rolling some dice and doing different things. I don't know if it plays like wildly differently for all the boxes or how that actually
Oh,
influences
yeah.
things.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that. It's just making me think of like Rolling Realms, kind of
Yeah,
taking
that's
all
what I
these
was
different
thinking.
games and making little versions of them,
Hmm.
which is
But I
pretty
think this
cool.
isn't technically even one of their games, right? This isn't based on anything. I think
Oh,
this is
no, I
brand
don't
new,
believe so.
which yeah is interesting as well. Because yeah, I kind of thought of it as kind of the Rolling Realms thing. So yeah, I'm hoping that I'll enjoy what I have, and then maybe decide if I need to go back this or get this after the fact. I'm sure I don't know if I'm going to get it played uh, before this ends. I suppose I could, but
You could. You
I don't.
could.
I guess I probably won't have played it enough to know for sure if I want to back this.
That's true. That's true. So yeah, the base, you want base pledge, that'll be $30. So a new core box. And then if you want just the new decks, it'll be $60. You want core and the decks, $70. Looks like. And a bunch of stuff. Get some old stuff in there as well. Brings it up to 130. So various pledge levels, and
Mhm.
looking for March 2025, one of the earlier ones of this week's projects.
Mhm.
And
Yeah, I would think. I
shipping.
guess I don't know if they tend to do theirs on time or not, but I'm sure you could go look at their past projects and see if they tend to get them. I don't know that we've ever backed a Chip Terry game.
Yeah, yeah. Shipping was like $10, so that's pretty good too.
Yeah, I mean they're small. I mean they're pretty small,
Yeah,
so I would hope the shipping would be somewhat reasonable. So that's good. It is good that it is, and it's not like $30 shipping.
yeah, that's
That'd
true.
be pretty
That's
insane
the
for
worst.
these little tiny boxes. I mean they have some weight to them, or at least the ones
Yeah,
I had to. So,
yeah.
but yeah, I don't know. If it's quite uh, $20-$30 shipping worth.
Oh, you don't know. You have no clue. No clue. This is gonna be $200 shipping. Oh boy.
Oh boy,
Zoo.
this was the one Pepper was talking about. Zoo
Yes, this is
Tycoon, the board game, new shores.
new shards. I'm just like, come on, expansion, whatever, fix whatever people didn't like in the base game, because I know there were some complaints. I think Board Game Co. actually gave it like a 4 or something, the base game. So I'm like, I guess there are people that do like it. I just know that there were a lot that maybe thought it wasn't quite streamlined enough or polished enough.
Mhm.
By maybe a more experienced team could have possibly done it. Um, I don't know. I think I heard that about this. Could have been a different one. I
Yeah.
don't know. Maybe
For
they
some reason, yeah,
mistakes.
I feel like I remember people not loving it, and that's probably why I never really looked further into it.
Yeah,
But it's doing pretty well.
it is. I
330,000,
was surprised.
2,200 backers, 3 weeks to go. So yeah, I was surprised by that because I was like, I didn't think it was like amazingly well received. And then in their video, they're like, oh, the game was so well received, and here's some extra content doing a lot of the same stuff, so it doesn't introduce too much new stuff. So I'm like, I wonder if it does then fix anything. If there
Oh
were
yeah.
issues, I guess I have not played it, so I don't know if I would say there are issues or not. But if there
Yeah.
were, I wonder if it fixes
Yeah.
them
Let's
or if it's
see.
just more of the same.
Complements the gameplay without making it any more complicated. Yeah, I don't know if it does or not. My goodness, what a scoreboard! That's a lot of. I think that's dual layered. Those notches, so many notches. You're gonna be moving up. Half the game is just moving up the score track. But yeah, I was pretty disappointed that it wasn't as big of a hit, or maybe didn't seem as approachable or my style as I was hoping, because I remember growing up playing Zoo Tycoon on the computer and just loving it. And there are zoo themed games, but just to have it be Zoo Tycoon, I was just so
Yeah.
excited for this game, and I'm still drawn into it. And expansion, I see it and I still light up, and I'm like, oh, Zoo Tycoon board game. So I'm like, okay, calm down, calm down. And then I see all these wooden pieces, and I'm like, I can't calm down, I'm losing it.
I need to quit looking at it. Look at these different animals.
Look at these. You got tigers, you got
Look at the raccoons.
raccoons. My goodness, raccoons over here. I saw raccoons underneath these snow leopards. I'm like,
I
that is
did
not
originally
what
too.
raccoons look like.
Have they seen a raccoon? No wonder people are saying the game isn't good. Not even doesn't even have any form in reality here. We're just calling raccoons snow leopards.
These might be some of the best screen
These are
printed
pretty good screen printer peoples.
meeples I've ever seen. Oh, I want it. Oh boy,
Or
even if
wooden
it's
pieces.
wooden. Yes. Yeah, looks really good. The artwork looks really good. The game's out there, so definitely check out. I'm gonna have to check out some. Oh my
Especially
goodness, crocodiles, crocodile maples.
you're gonna have to check out some more
Looks so good.
thoughts until you find enough of them that say it's good.
Yes, I just need 4 reviewers to say this is a good game. I'm justified. Okay, what are the rewards here? So we've got $84 for the expansion. Oh my goodness. I guess
It's like, oh no.
5,000 animal meeples screen printed comes at a cost. Okay, or maybe not. Maybe those aren't even in that, because then we got the expansion deluxe for 94. It's only $10 more. Who
Oh yeah,
cares?
that one's the one that says the 232 animal meeples. So Really, those only cost $10. I don't know what else in the
Yeah,
game costs that much.
so the screen printing, so we'll
Oh,
receive a beautiful stream. So the screen printing
okay.
is $10. And then looks like maybe some extra cards or something in there. Get the base game deluxe for 111. Get the base game and expansion deluxe, $189. All in deluxe throws in whatever. These three cards that they throw in there, it looks like bring it up to 204, which is way more expensive than the printing. Um, but yeah, shipping is come on, nothing too bad. US light green,
About
20, 30
30 if you want
bucks.
it all. That's getting up there for a game that
Yeah.
I think that was probably the combination of wasn't like overly well reviewed from what I remember,
Yeah.
and it just the price point. Those two things combined, it's like it's not even a price point I can just take a chance with,
Yeah. Yeah.
or not.
That's
I
true.
don't really want to take a chance with. Not to say I have not taken some chances with some games over $100 before on Kickstarter Game Fund, but yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. So tabletop simulator. We might have to get on tabletop simulator.
I think that
Or
was half off, 50% off. So I was thinking about getting that.
yeah,
If I
might be
can
the
figure out
time.
Steam, I'm an old man. Double click.
Steam, it's like a Steam engine or something. What's going on here?
What's here? Why is Steam coming out of my computer?
You're doing it wrong, Zach. Tempted.
Where's your Tycoon?
And then the last project, the one that kind of came out of nowhere, I'm like, okay, so Terrorscape, Putrefied, Enmity. I heard the name, I'm like, nope, I don't care about this. Horror theme game, not into it. We got enough. And then I saw how it's played. I saw the components. Well, first, it's got 3,000 backers. So many successful projects this
A
week.
lot of them.
541,000, 18 days left. And I saw this big mansion right there in the center of the table. And I'm like, okay, you've got my interest. It's pretty much a shield to keep you from seeing each other's boards because it's kind of a hidden movement, kind of simultaneous hidden movement as you are the group of survivors and one's the killer, the ghost, demon, slasher, whatever they are. And you're each moving around the maps and I think you're trying to either escape the house if you are the humans, the good people, and by I think a couple methods. Either you can get a bunch of keys and go out the door, or fix the radio and call for help. So pretty much collect things and escape. And the enemy is trying to track you by your noise that you're making and searching different areas. Similar to hidden movement games, kind of made me think of
Blank.
yes, very Clank, pretty much. Made me think of Sniper Elite. They're talking like, oh, are you in green area or red area? I think that one thing made me think of that. So that's the only hidden movement game that we really play. But it just seemed cool to have just two boards going on at once, kind of each trying to figure out where the others are, and a giant house in the center. So this moved from turned off by the game to it actually looks pretty good. And it had a lot of really good reviews from the Dice Tower, except that apparently I think the rule book was not great.
No. Yeah,
But new edition.
Yeah, I think this one was one I was initially turned off by as well. I don't know, just because I wasn't into that theme as much, and I thought, oh yeah, it's just kind of maybe some Clue-like game or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, then I think I'd heard a lot of people actually really like it, which I was like, that seems like a weird. I don't know. I didn't know if it was I don't know, some. I don't even know how to describe it. In my head, I had imagined something maybe a little bit different, but
Yeah.
I'm a little more interested in it. I still don't know that I would go and get it. I think this is
Yeah.
is this the designer of Irabamba Valley? Or I guess whatever that's called now, the rename.
Sacred Valley. Might be. Who is the designer here? Say,
I feel like there was some other game after the Dice Tower. Someone had brought it up. I was like, "Oh, what other games do they do?" And then I think that's what I looked up, but I don't remember.
yeah, I forget.
But that one was one that was a surprise
That
as
was
well. Pretty good.
that was a
So
surprise. But yeah, shipping is varies depending on what people are
20 to
getting.
$60.
20 to 60 bucks, somewhere in there. But the rewards are you get the collector's bundle, pretty much everything there is, for 275 bucks. But if you do that, you're saving $8, so you're pretty much making money at that point.
Even with the $60 of shipping tacked on there.
Yes. Base game, probably if I did get it, would be what I'd get is the 79 bucks. New content for 89 and gameplay bundle for 199. I guess maybe that is instead. Get all that gameplay in there, save $6. But it's still quite expensive to where I'm like, probably not. Probably wait to see if I can get it a deal somewhere. I think it
Yeah, I
seemed
don't
like
know
a
if I've.
quicker game too. I thought I heard a couple
Yeah,
comments saying that, which was also good.
yeah, that's what I was also worried about initially. I thought I don't know how long this game will take. But yeah, if it's quicker, that could be really good. Uh, but yeah, I don't know if this one. Don't remember if I've seen this one available because I think that this is like a new thing in the Terrorscape world. So I don't know if I've ever seen Terrorscape. Maybe I have, and I just don't remember it because maybe I wasn't looking for it.
Oh
So
yeah,
obviously, but I'm wondering if this is going to be the easiest way to get it. I'm not sure on that.
oh yeah, it might be. Yeah. Oh wait, what are those dice? Ooh, engraved. Nice dice. Nice dice. I'm getting tempted by a lot of these that I really are expensive. Yeah.
They're all expensive, pretty much, outside of green dice.
Yes, all emerald skulls, aka green dice. A lot of
Value pick of the
projects.
week.
That's your pick of the week.
I said value pick of the week.
Value pick. Yeah, $20. That is. Yeah, then throw in some more things for
That's
another
true. By
20
the time
bucks.
everything's said and done, it's $190.
Once it's deluxeified fully.
Yeah, that one
That's probably
my pick of the week. And then otherwise, actually, it probably would be the what was the name of it? I want to say Kraken Skulls, Deep Sea, Deep Regrets.
Deep regrets.
Deep Regrets.
Yeah,
I guess this is just one. I don't know that I would like it. Maybe I wouldn't. But just something about it has me a little interested in it which is crazy because, like I said, I don't know that the artwork is my favorite.
Yeah, that's true.
Usually, it's the artwork that tricks me into a game.
Yeah, that's true because the game can get you hooked, and you're not even a fan of the look of it. Especially nowadays, when there's so many good-looking games. You know, there's something in there. Yeah, there's a lot of interesting projects this week. I'd say, yeah, the safest is probably like DC Heroes, just because we know the game. So that's one that I love and am more of a fan of. The new Emerald Skulls, they've had solid games up to this point, and that looks like it could be my favorite of the series. And what other one? Zoo Tycoon's always interesting, and this one, Terrorscape, comes out of nowhere. It's like,
No, you can't have 7 picks.
Okay, one pick of the week. Guess if I had to, I gotta go DC Heroes. I gotta go with the crowd. I just say which one am I most excited about. If I could just choose anyone to have right here, right now, I'd be like, I want that core box. I don't need any of the extras.
Okay.
So come on, I'm not being greedy here. Could you just please send me a core box of this, like maybe in the next week? I'll review it.
Yeah. Maybe they will. I doubt it. But I'm sure they're watching, and they've watched this whole video. Yeah, I'd probably pick Emerald Skulls as my one pick of the week, but just because, yeah, I love everything Thunderworks does. I am sure it will be great. But yeah, that's all the games we looked at this week. Let us know in the comments below like I said, what you're excited about. If any of these looked interesting to you, if you'll be backing any. If there are any you never would back in your life, if we were totally wrong in our picks. I know that's going to be a controversial pick, Pepper, Simon pick, because there are people that just absolutely hate Simon. So, especially maybe some of their practices here on GameFound or before Kickstarter might not be the greatest. Definitely some FOMO tactics, I think.
Maybe a little bit, but Chibi's, come on, man.
But yeah, it is. One day, I'm sure we will play it. So, like I said, 2026, 27, somewhere in there probably is my guess. But maybe we'll get it earlier than that. But yeah, otherwise, subscribe for future videos like this. And yeah, we hope to see you on other videos. And as always, don't forget to keep on nibbling on our content.